have shit to get off my chest. I really don't even know where to start. I'm gonna start, however, with a disclaimer because I do a lot of opinionated videos, and I feel like it's more so because I'm a black woman. People think that I'm just a naturally pessimistic and angry person, and I'm not. But I do have things that piss me off, like any other person, and I just want to put that out there before people call me like pessimistic or negative. Evaluate your stereotypes before you come at me, you know? Anyways, I have a lot.
Alright, let me say this before we get started into this one. This young sister, she's young, I think she's 22. Attractive young sister. She got a huge following on YouTube. And she's very intelligent. You know, you can tell by her, you can tell by the way she speaks. She's intelligent. She's young. But I want to point this out, fellas. She cursed already. I think she said fuck and shit, right? That's a red flag, fellas. Women who use curse words, fellas, women who use curse words, fellas, if they're not already Jezebels, they're on their way to being Jezebels. Let's go.
Talk about, I don't know where to start. I guess first and foremost, talking doesn't exist. I guess this video is coming from just a place of general frustration. I've been single for about 3 years, but I recently started a love journal where I basically journal everything regarding my love life. I have journals for everything in my life because there's a lot going on in here at all times. And I was reading a book, and
she's smart. She's smart for journaling. That's smart.
So I'm going to write down every single person that I've been interested in and pursued or vice versa. And I've talked to about 45 people in the span of 3 years. I'm tired. That may not seem like a lot to some people, but it may seem like a ton to others.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, so fellas, this young woman, she's 22. I think she's 22. She's 22 or 23. She said she's been single for 3 years, so that would put her, so that would be, you know, prior to her being 19 or 20, right? She said she's talked to 45 different men within 3 years. Now, the obvious, that's normal. I keep telling y'all fellas that with the advent of social media, fellas, you mean nothing. No one man means anything to a female. You are a utility. And the reason why is because she has a plethora of options. Now, she don't have a plethora of options of people or men who try to marry her. But she got a plethora of options of penises or phalluses to choose from, basically. Now, the reaction or the behavior of those guys that she chooses from, that's when she hits a brick wall, realizes that they're not cooperating or they're pumping and dumping, which they should be doing. And, these females get frustrated. But as I said, no one man means nothing. Not in 2020, homes. So if you think you're special, you're not.
And it is. I didn't necessarily date all of these people. These are people that I was interested in.
Alright, so I take her word for that. She didn't necessarily date. But put it like this. She said 45 men in 3 years. I'm RedPill. I'm gonna tell you like this. You can bet your bottom dollar she opened her legs for at least 20 of them. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
I might have hung out with them once, or we FaceTime, and we obviously had an attraction for each other. It's just really hard finding somebody when you live in 2020 and you're Gen X, borderline millennial. It's frustrating. I think the most obvious thing about dating in this generation is that there are so many people that are non-committal. Now, I'm not saying that you need to...
Bingo! Alright, here we go, fellas. check this out. This is what I've been warning females about, and this is why the red pill, MGTOW, and Itmore is such a beautiful thing, because now Generation Z, which she is, they're having an issue with men committing, which they should have an issue, because men should not be committed. And the reason why they have the issue is because men are waking up, especially the young men. The young dudes, they pumping and dumping, as they should. The majority of them, as they should. Because, you see, women have lowered their value as a girlfriend, fiance, or wife. They've lowered it to the point where it's equivalent to like a stripper or a prostitute. But they're so hypocritical, and they're so their mind is so such like children, that they believe that they can lower their value to a prostitute or a stripper, or be like a prostitute or a stripper. But men are supposed to commit. But we're supposed to put a ring on their finger. We're supposed to protect and provide, go out here, bust our ass, risk our life to put smiles on their faces. But they're behaving like adversaries that's going to betray you, that's going to stab you in the back at any chance they get.
Be all about relationships or finding love. Like, that's not everybody's priority. But when it comes to people that actually want that, you know, just to spice up their life or whatever, it's almost like non-existent. There are obviously people that have relationships, but for like a lot of people, it is so difficult finding somebody that's actually worth your time, because people just want to be friends with benefits, or people just want to fuck around and not take their intentions. Like, I feel like this generation has this obsession with being like nonchalant and not showing emotion and not being a simp, which is just like stupid in itself. Like, showing emotions doesn't make sense.
The young sister is confused, and she's confused because she does not understand the dynamic of what's going on. Young men behaving in a manner of being non-committal, it's a defense mechanism, because they done seen you, or not her in particular, but they've seen women like her, or maybe her mother or cousins or whatever. They've seen them destroy men for the past 20, 30, 40 fucking years. So now they like, okay, it's a defense mechanism. We're going to switch the game up. We're not committing to y'all. We ain't protecting, providing for y'all. We're pumping and dumping. We're going to run through y'all, because y'all literally want to be ran through. Based on how y'all behave, y'all want to be ran through. So we're going to run through y'all, and that's that. No commitments. No, we nonchalant. And I give a round of applause to the young men. To the young men in America doing that, I give them a round of applause.
Like, it makes you a human. Everybody talks about how much they hate catching feelings, and I'm like, you know, you have to catch feelings to get the relationship that you complain about on social media, right? So that's just like the basis of why it's difficult to date in this generation. I think that people forget that wanting to be in a relationship or wanting commitment is just it's just a regular part of the human experience. Like, it's biologically ingrained in us to want relationships, because that's sometimes where we thrive. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I get a lot of people telling me that I should just focus on myself and not look for a relationship. But I'm just like,
she's right about that, but see, she's young and she's being an idealist. So that's a good idea, and that's a true idea. But she's not living in reality. In reality, seeking out a relationship, a genuine relationship with a female in America, 2020, is a fucking joke. That's the reality. Now, ideally, yeah, you know, if this was a movie or we're reading a book, yeah, it's a good idea, to find that one. But in reality, that's a fucking joke.
Like, I can focus on myself, and I love my own company. Like, I enjoy it. But can I date? I don't think that a person wanting to be in a relationship is indicative that they don't like themselves, they don't enjoy their own company, that they're looking for somebody else to be their happiness. Like, you can have both. Great, that's been established. I think a lot of my frustration, other than meeting people and it just not working out because of said problems, is that I've been on dating apps. I would consider myself seasoned at this point. Clearly, in the relationship field, but at least in terms of understanding them and seeing what kind of people are on what app and just like knowing how to navigate it. Because I feel like for somebody that's just getting on dating apps, it can be a very confusing space, a very overwhelming space, which it still is. But what's so annoying is I've met so many people on a dating app that don't want to date. Like, I feel like a lot of dating apps have just like lost their purpose entirely. I've been on Tinder, I've been on Bumble, I've been on Hinge. I deleted Tinder because Tinder is just disrespectful. If you want to get on Tinder, I'll give you that. But other apps, it's just like, come on now, what are we doing? I don't.
So obviously, no one has told this young lady that dating apps is hookup culture times 1,000. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to connect with a human being via technology. So I mean, you basically just you're jumping in the game on the wrong foot.
On Bumble, and from what I've gathered, Bumble is just like. There are not many attractive people on Bumble. And from my experiences, Bumble is like 95% white guys. Not that I don't like white guys, but it's not my preference. So it was frustrating doing that, and I had to delete it. I went back on one time, and I deleted it again because I'm just like, it's kind of like checking the refrigerator, and you know that nothing's in there. Then I'm on Hinge. And Hinge is honestly my favorite dating app. I feel like the people on there are very attractive. A lot of them seem a little bit more mature, but just like a few of them. What I realized is that Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge are like the only apps that I ever considered, because all of the other ones, like...
Okay, family. So you see that this young sister, she's dating. She wants to date. She wants a relationship. She doesn't want to be single, as she's saying. But she has yet to tell us of any interactions with men that she's had in person, like meeting them in person. She's literally on her phone trying to find love. And that's the state of affairs in 2020.
They just look like they were stuck in 2009. I don't want to tell anybody that I met somebody off of plenty of fish, or meets bagel, It's just kind of like, where'd you guys meet? So I stuck to Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, but now I only have Hinge because that's just what I like best. But even on Hinge, I've had people waste my time and not know how to communicate and just overall be immature. I agree with her.
Peep game, family. She said she don't want to be with somebody that she said that she met on plenty of fish. So she's categorizing different dating apps as like being, some of them are more, I guess, they have less respect than others. When in reality, they're all just dating apps. The same dudes that's on Plenty of Fish is going to be on Tinder or Bumble. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God, bro.
How did you do that, bro? So this is what I've gathered. I have a profile on there, list of my information, yada yada yada. I'm interested in men, so it's already going to be a sound show. My preferred age range when it comes to dating is honestly my age up to like 26. I used to have like it up to 29, but then I realized that like older men would never get my TikTok references. Like older men are like a lot more stable and sometimes more mature, but when it comes to like overall relatability, it's just not really there. And men of all ages.
She's hilarious too. She's hilarious.
At least I'm
Oh shit! Whoa, shit! What'd she say? She said men of all ages can what? Did she say men of all ages can suck her D? Okay, now let's go back.
And men of all ages can, at least on hand, I've started to ask people like what their intentions are right off rip. Like before, I would just go into the app, talk with them, then we get my number, and then we would meet up, and then the next day I'll figure out if they just want to be friends. And it was just like a waste of my time. A guy will try to convince you that he does not know, but a guy will know what his intentions are. And if they don't, I'm going to give you examples of what they might tell you. If you ask a guy what their intentions are, and they say that they're looking for someone to vibe with, you need to leave. Vibe with your mom. Now, granted, you on these dating apps and you're looking to hook up, more power to you. You know, the ball is already in your court. But if you're not, there are certain things that you need to avoid. Number two, someone to connect with, unmatched. You know how many different kinds of people you can connect with? You can connect with yourself. This is not looking for friends. Go over there. I had a guy.
Hey, yeah. I see why she got so many subscribers. That she's hilarious. She is hilarious. She got charisma and everything. She's basically a star. She's hilarious.
Verbatim tell me when I ask what his intentions are. And if the guy is watching this, like, I really liked you, you know, but I don't like waiting for things. So yeah, I'm not even apologizing at this point. To be honest, I'm looking for someone that I can easily vibe / connect / explore and get to know. Not necessarily a relationship, but a mutual understanding. What is a mutual understanding? To which I replied so fast, and he was like, yeah. Like, it's just because of that sentence. You know? Some guys like to skirt around it just so that they can get what they want, and then after tell you, oh, I know that we hung out, I took you to my parents' house, and you rubbed my back, and I bought you this, and we went there, and we hang out every single day and FaceTime every night. But I'm not looking for anything serious. When I'm not looking for anything serious will be the death of me. I had another guy tell me.
You heard what she said? That's a response. That's a response to that culture, young lady. These young men are not dumb. So when they say they're not looking for nothing serious, it's a response to 85% of the females out here being thoughts. That's the reason. But she's hilarious. I like her.
I'm not looking for anything serious, but I'm not looking for anything casual. What does that even mean? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that I have to. And even like aside from dating apps, a guy will literally show you so much flirtatious energy. A guy will kiss you. A guy will have sex with you and still want nothing to do with you. Guys will flirt with you heavy.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. All right, there we go. You see? Ladies, there's a reason why there's an old saying, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Okay? There's a reason there's an old saying, no hymen, no diamond. Okay? There's a reason why your sexuality or your virginity was placed at such a high value. Because the quicker you open your legs for a man, you pretty much, you pretty much, like you're throwing your chips in. Okay?
On social media. Heavy on social media. You're gonna meet up in person? I'm not looking for anything right now. Oh, I'm just working on myself. I get people flirt with me, but it's just like so inconsiderate. Like, don't show interest if you're not interested. I didn't think it was that hard of a concept to grasp, but like apparently it is. I definitely think it's okay to change your mind and realize that you don't necessarily want to pursue a person romantically, but it's just like if you know that, cut it off when you know. Some of my friends have told me, you talk about a guy's side. Is it you? It's me, but not for the wrong reasons. Like, my standards are going to remain high because I'm not just about to take bare minimum to settle. Like, I've been in too many shitty situations for me to settle. And coming from a divorced family, my expectations are just like, you need to meet this, and that before I even consider, because I'm not about to get into a situation that I know in the end is not going to be what I want it to be. When I like a guy, they usually just want to fuck. And then when I don't like a guy, they want to marry me. It's just like no in between.
Bingo. That's the 80-20 rule. Fellas, look, even if you're not red pill, I want y'all to understand this, fellas. There's a rule. Y'all have to understand this, fellas. It's called the 80-20 rule. This is pivotal, and this is concrete. 80% of the women want 20% of the men. You have to understand that. Now, I'm not even tooting my own horn, but for all my life, I can be considered by some as the 20%. And I noticed that when you have a certain look, certain height, certain finesse or swag, 80% of the women want you. Now, they may just want sex, or they may want a relationship, or they may want your child, but needless to say, they want you. But that's the 20%. So she just said that out of her own mouth. She said when she likes a guy, they usually just want to fuck. And then when she doesn't like the guy, they want to marry her. That is the 80-20 rule, fellas. I'm telling y'all have to understand this. That's the 80-20 rule. That's why you have, if you look at, take all the women you know and put them in the category, the most attractive women. Guaranteed, no question, they all have children by their first child came from the same type of guy. No question. No question. The 80-20 rule.
That before I even consider, because I'm not about to get into a situation that I know in the end is not going to be what I want it to be. When I like a guy, they usually just want to fuck, and then when I don't like a guy, they want to marry me. It's just like no in between. I will say the
80-20 rule, fellas. That's the 80-20 rule.
I'm a very picky person, and astrology. I'm a Virgo moon. Like, you need to come with it. Like, I can't do disarray. I can't do, I don't know what this is. Like, I can be very practical in terms, believe it or not, and I don't have time for the bullshit. I don't. So, these are my profile turn-offs on dating apps. Number one, photos from a higher angle. This is...
Alright, y'all. I do a part two. I like this young chick. She got a lot of charisma, but she might as well give up on this dating shit. To be honest, she's approaching it all the way wrong. And yeah, she don't understand the situation that she's in dating in 2020. But yeah, family. Until my next one.